All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be in the 140-pound division where we've got some action going on, big card announced, and speculations from certain sections of the boxing world about a sneaky move being pulled by Gervonta Tank Davis in the PBC. Surprise, surprise. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back. Let's talk about this boxing this fine morning. Big card gets announced by the PBC. First big fight card of the year. Little later than I wanted it to be announced, but March 30th, there will be a fight card that is headlined by Keith Thurman, Tim Tszyu, at a catch weight of 155 pounds. And on the undercard, you will have, as a co-main to that fight, you have a fight between Rolly Romero, the WBA Super World Champion, and Cruz, who's moving up from 135 pounds to 140 pounds to fight Rolly Romero for that title. Really strange situation where you have a non-title fight as the headliner and the co-headline is a title fight. But Tim Tszyu is without a doubt coming on strong. Keith Thurman is a big name, been a big name in boxing for a lot of years. Looking forward to the fight. However, I have to say that in my comment section, and my understanding is being said out there in the YouTube sphere, that fight between Rolly Romero and Cruz is just a ploy for Gervonta Tank Davis to duck Devin Haney. Ain't that amazing? But before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you for talking to me on a regular basis about the sport of boxing. Thank you for listening to my opinion. Thank you for supporting the channel and allowing me to do this. It's an absolute dream, a true blessing to be able to get up in the morning and talk boxing to you. Whether you like what I have to say or you don't like what I have to say, I thank God every day that I'm able to do it. But let's get into this. Gervonta Davis is ducking Devin Haney because Cruz and Rolly Romero are fighting at 140 pounds. And if Rolly Romero or if Cruz can go up to fight Rolly Romero, why can't Gervonta Davis move up to fight Devin Haney? Well, the reason that I would say is because Rolly Romero has something to offer Cruz that Cruz cannot get at 135 pounds, which is a shot at a championship belt. And I suppose more money because he's a co-headline on a pay-per-view card than he would get for any fight at 135 pounds. So to me, it seems as if Cruz is getting reward for his risk. The same thing that would motivate any fighter to leave a weight class and move up to the next. Because every time you leave a weight class and you move up to the next, you are assuming more risk. So you would think that you could also increase your reward. If you can't make the weight, though, then it is just a necessity to do it. So my thing would be, you can't compare the two scenarios because Gervonta Davis is not going to gain anything extra by buying anything extra that he wants by moving up to 140 to fight Devin Haney, where he could get the same thing by fighting Devin Haney at 135 pounds, where he is. So to me, I don't necessarily see the correlation people are trying to draw, but I do see, or actually I see it. I just think that it is a little bit of a desperate one. Now, the other aspect is that Gervonta Davis is planning to move up to 140 pounds to fight the winner so that he can get a championship at 140 pounds and not have to fight Devin Haney to get the shot. If that's the case, Gervonta Davis could have just moved up to fight Rolly Romero and done it right away. Done it right now. So why would he have to wait for Cruz to fight Rolly Romero? He already beat both of those guys. If that was his plot, then he is not a very bright guy, because he could just move up and fight Rolly right now for that belt. And then what are people going to say? Oh, well, you already beat him, so you just moved up there to beat him again. Well, shoot, he already beat Cruz. So what did he do? Just move up to beat Cruz again? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it just amazes me how people will contort anything to make a case. That's a terrible, terrible scenario, man. Makes no sense. We know what most likely is the case and why Rolly Romero did not fight Ryan Garcia. And Rolly Romero did not fight, let's say, not Subriel Matias. That doesn't apply to Subriel Matias. And Rolly Romero didn't say, let's try to fight Teofimo Lopez or try to fight Devin Haney. For the same reason that Vasily Lomachenko is trying to fight George Kambosos, and he's not trying to fight Gervonta Davis. The same reason why, because they're in the same promotional outfit or they're in the same platform and fighting on the same network. They got a really big Amazon card, a big Amazon deal that up until yesterday, people kept acting like they didn't believe was in existence. Well, guess what? It's in existence. They got a fight card in Las Vegas, pay-per-view with Tim Tszyu, with Keith Thurman. It's real. They're really on Amazon. They're not going to DAZN and all the other stuff that people were trying to put out there before. The deal is real. So since the deal is real, why would the PBC be wanting to send their biggest named fighters, and I'm saying biggest names, not saying these guys are all huge stars, but their biggest name stars, their biggest name fighters over to DAZN to fight, over to ESPN to fight, when they've got a contract they've got to satisfy and try to get an extension on with Amazon Prime? They got a job to do. Why would they take any of these guys over there? And that, my friend, for the remainder of that Amazon Amazon contract is going to be a problem. The PBC would be silly to be sending their stars away from Amazon Prime to other networks to help build other networks when their prime business is with them. From my understanding, I haven't seen them do anything with Fox or even say that they were going to be doing anything with Fox this year. So it looks like all of their stuff is going to be on Amazon Prime. That's why they're not going out of their way to fight, to set up fights with Devin Haney, who fights on DAZN, and Teofimo Lopez, who fights on ESPN. And that's just a fact. And it's not going to be something that I am going to ignore when I'm talking to you guys about how fights can be made and why fights won't be made, because that is a real reason why there are holdups in making those type of fights. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.